The Disney and Final Fantasy worlds collide once again in the latest Kingdom Hearts game and the 6th in the series, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, and this time it's for the PSP.
In Birth by Sleep, you begin in the land of Departure, where a trio of Keyblade-wielding friends are training to become Keyblade Masters. You're able to have a go at sparring as each character, Terra, Ventus, or Aqua, which allows you to get a feel for each combat style. You'll then be asked to choose which character's story you'd like to play through for the duration of the game.
Similar to other Kingdom Hearts games, you'll be travelling between various Disney worlds, starting with some of the older films like Cinderella and Snow White, taking out various baddies, which in this game are called the Unversed. I struggle to really find a difference between the Unversed and the Heartless. They look similar, pop up in the same little groups in the same expected areas, but plot-wise they seem to be creatures that have grown from negative emotions.
I have to say though, Badge, I had a great time fighting them because the combat in this game is so elegant, it's absolutely beautiful. You equip special attacks called deck commands that you pick up and create throughout the game. You cycle through these commands in the D-pad and hit triangle to execute them. Circle to jump, X to attack, square performs a block or a dodge. It's easy to get the hang of and it keeps combat interesting and it looks great. I loved all those flourishes and the character's voice work. Come on! Come on!
There's more to it as well. Each character has their own finishes which you can use once your command gauge has filled up after getting successful hits on an opponent, which means that your fighting style becomes quite individual, and I like that. Sometimes you'll also team up with another character to take down a baddie.
No!
And finally there's the D-Link or Dimension Link. And this is kind of a summoning feature that allows you to draw upon another character's abilities from another realm. And this was probably my favourite feature. I could draw upon the skill set of other characters in the game like my buddies Ven or Terra, or even Cinderella or Mickey Mouse. Plus you land a new Keyblade equipped with different features after pretty much every world you visit, so I was constantly being able to try out a new effect.
There's a lot to keep track of, so you spend a lot of time in menus just shifting things about to get the right combinations, but that's fun and it's also rewarding, so it's well worth doing.
I found the loading got a bit tiresome though. Even after I installed the game, you know, often I found I was waiting ages for the game to load, then I'd run a few steps and then I had to wait for it to load again. The action is very broken up, and I think part of the reason why these games feel so long is that you have to sit through these long cutscenes and then more loading.
You can speed up the loading a little bit by unlocking the CPU speed in the options menu, but that will drain your battery faster. It is worth waiting though, because the game just looks beautiful. The visuals are very impressive for the PSP. It kind of looks like a PS2 game.
Yeah, some of the boss battles we encountered were quite interesting to fight and also quite a challenge, but mostly they just looked amazing. Final thoughts?
There's certainly replay value here. You can go through and do each individual character's storyline, and no doubt fans of the series will do just that. I think one playthrough was enough for me though, Hex. And you know, this is a great game though, and a great addition to a still evolving franchise, so I'm giving it 8 out of 10 rubber chickens.
Yeah, look, I wanted to get into the story too, but it was all a bit la-di-da for me with the kissing princesses and the pure hearts filled with light, but you know, that's just Kingdom Hearts. But the combat system they introduced this time around was just superb, and I loved playing as Aqua and the arsenal of Keyblades at my disposal, so I'm giving it 8.5 out of 10 rubber chickens.